Welcome back, everybody, to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast where reviews movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 742, and as always, is your nerd. You're gonna hear the host, Sean, so our wonderful co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to wonderful, wonderful Monday nights. Happy MLK Day. And y'all be lucky you didn't have to listen to Raul, just eat off stream here.
Overnight oats, baby.
Dear God.
I'm sorry, Brad, but I had to, man. Yeah, you're like, dude, why are you doing this right now?
Dear God, man.
Live early and ad-free over on patreon.com/nerdcore on before it goes live for everybody at Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central Time. Of course, we're here to continue on with our reviews for Gaspar Noé month as we look at his next film, Enter the Void. As always, before we can get into review, Brad, how are you doing today?
Doing well, Raul. Doing well. Happy to be here. Happy to review these movies before they possibly get banned. So,
They can ban them off streaming all they want, but they can't ban them off my fucking shelf. That's for sure. That's right. Yep. Yeah, man. How'd it go today, man? How's it been going at work, too? Everything good?
I didn't go to work. I was off today, so.
Motherfucker.
I didn't do shit.
I thought you said you weren't going to be off today.
No, I was off today.
Bro, we could have done this episode. We could have done Creature Commandos earlier.
Yeah, probably.
I thought you didn't get MLK Day.
No, I get MLK Day.
Because I even asked you, Brad, you working tomorrow? I asked you are you working on Monday? I asked you on Saturday. You're like, no, I got to go.
I remember that, but,
Damn. Well, oh, man. Well, I didn't work either today because it's MLK Day. And I just chilled here at the house. I streamed a bit. I played through a good amount of Call of Duty. Brad was like, we should play fucking Prop Hunt. And I'm like, you could have told me that while I was on stream. We could have played it on stream.
Hey, well, I was watching a video on Prop Hunt, and it was Black Ops 6. I didn't know that was an actual thing in Black Ops 6.
Yeah. It's on Black Ops 6, man.
Yeah, I wish I had known that, because I'd say, let's play that.
Yeah. But
That shit looks fun.
yeah, stream, finish up this movie, and now I'm ready to talk about it, man. And we're going to do another one after this, and I'm going to keep playing a little bit more of Black Ops 6, because I got a little bit more left of that Battle Pass to finish, and today's the last day of the double XP, so I need it. I need to finish it. But, yeah, man, other than that, Brad, just a chill day. Got Tim the Tap Man on the other monitor, because I need to get some drops on Marvel Rivals, so he's streaming Marvel Rivals right now, so I'm like, giving you some revenue here, Tim. He's giving my drops.
I don't know if Tim needs the revenue.
I don't think he does either.
Tim's probably pretty good.
I think Tim's doing all right.
Yeah, Tim's doing fine.
Yeah, man. But other than that, Brad, please tell me, Brad, that Brenda wasn't watching this one either, right? Because there's a lot of flashing lights in this one.
There's a lot of flashing lights in this one, so no.
A shit ton.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Brad, I think we should probably get into it, huh?
Yeah, let's talk about Enter the Void.
Yeah. The following podcast is not being done under the influence, but this movie was made under the influence of some sort of drugs. But as always, if you have not watched this movie, you should probably get out of here if you care about sports. But if you don't care about sports or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way how it goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect after these words from our sponsors in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Today's episode of the Nerdcore is brought to you by SeatGeek. Whether you want to see your favorite band, sports team, or comedian, SeatGeek has you covered. We're proud to be partnering with SeatGeek to offer you $10 off your first order with code THENERDCORE. That's $10 off your first order at SeatGeek.com with code THENERDCORPS. So take a seat at your next live event with SeatGeek. Thank you. Now let's get back to today's video. Enter the Void is a 2009 English language art film written and directed by Gaspar Noé, and starring Nathaniel Brown, Paz de la Huerta, and Cyril Roy. a fantasy psychological drama set in the neon-lit nightclub environments of Tokyo. The story follows Oscar, a young American drug dealer who gets fatally shot by the police, but continues to watch subsequent events during an out-of-body experience. The film is shot from a first-person viewpoint, which often floats above the city streets and occasionally features Oscar staring over his shoulder as he recalls moments from his past. Noel labels the film a psychedelic melodrama. Noel's dream project for many years, the production was made possible after the commercial success of his earlier feature film, Irreversible. Enter Void was primarily financed by Wild Bunch, while Fidelay Films led the actual production. With a mix of professionals and newcomers, the film makes heavy use of imagery inspired by experimental cinema and psychedelic drug experiences. Principal photography took place on location in Tokyo and involved many complicated crane shots. Co-producers included the visual effects studio BUF Company, which also provided the computer-generated imagery. The film's soundtrack is a collage of electronic pop and experimental music. A rough cut premiered at the 2009 Cannes Film Festival, but post-production work continued and the film was not released in France until almost a year later. A cut-down version was released in the United States and the United Kingdom in September 2010. The critical response was sharply divided. Positive reviews described the film as captivating and innovative, while negative reviews called it tedious and puerile. What? Puerile? Puerile? That's a word I've never heard. The film performed poorly at the box office. I'm willing to bet that Gaspar didn't give a single shit if it premiered bad at the box office.
Probably not. I don't think Gaspar is one to really give a shit about the box office.
Yeah. Cinematography by Benoit Deby. Edited by Gaspar Noé, Marc Boucherot, and Jerome Pesnel. And the long version, which we watched, the director's cut, is 2 hours and 41 minutes long, but that's not entirely how long it was that I watched. International version the regular cut is 2 hours and 23 minutes long. On a budget of 12.4 million euros, it made 1.5 million at the box office.
So, puerile means childishly silly and trivial.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot about this movie, but what's it called? That's a lot going on, but it does fail to what's it called? To kind of like pinpoint the fact that this movie is kind of told in the way of like somebody who reads the Tibetan Book of the Dead, and he's basically hallucinating, like he like does drugs before he dies.
Yeah.
So he's hallucinating his death, and he's kind of watching over as like this idea of the Tibetan Book of the Dead.
Or is he hallucinating? It's kind of up in the air there.
Yeah, but yeah, Brad. With that said, I want to go ahead and open up to you, man. What are your initial thoughts on on Enter the Void?
Yeah, very interesting movie. I thought a very, very different way to tell a story. I've never seen it from a point of view, and then it's when somebody's blinking.
Oh yeah.
So I've never seen that before. Usually with the point of view, they don't include like, the blinking part. And I was like, that's a very interesting way to do this. And then throughout the movie, there's just very interesting shots, which Gaspar is always known for. The cinematography and colors are really cool throughout this movie. I do enjoy the story. I still think the bar looks like that same bar from the movie Audition.
I think it does too, bro.
It looks pretty close. At least the entrance. We never saw the inside of the bar, I don't think, but the entrance to that looks pretty close. Thought the acting was okay. I don't know, the main character. I don't know about his acting, but I enjoyed like the other cast members. I think they did
the
really
sister.
Well. Yeah, I think the sister did well. I think like a lot of the other cast did well. The main character wasn't selling it fully for me, and I did think there was some pacing issues throughout this. It felt quite long in some areas, but I think overall it was a really well done movie. It's not my favorite from him that we've watched, But I think it's good.
I believe the only people who are actually like professional actors in this movie are the sister, um, the one who plays the guy who orders the raid on him,
Yeah,
and
Victor.
yeah,
I think it was Victor.
yeah, Victor, and some of the people who play like the younger versions of the kids,
Yeah,
like, but most of them are like most of this film is made up of like people who've never acted a day in their life, um, and actually some of these people were like the guy who plays Alex.
yeah, I like that guy.
He's just a guy that he met. He's just a guy who admires Gaspar's movies, and he just met him, and he couldn't like he really liked him, and he was like, oh, like here, I'll let you play this character.
I mean, he wasn't on screen for a long time, but I thought the guy who played Alex did really well.
Yeah, yeah. Oscar's actor Nathaniel Brown is a little stiff around the corners.
Yeah.
Main reason why I don't think this movie's perfect. It's near perfect to me, but Nathaniel Brown is really rough in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, but I get it. He's a guy who never acted a day in his life. The guy's an when he makes this movie, the guy's an aspiring director. He's never been in a movie.
Yeah.
So, no, I get it. No, he's not going to be the best actor. The guy also hasn't worked since 2014, so chances are that he's just like, eh.
Also, I kind of question how much like the drug industry, how easy free flow through Japan that is, because you never really hear like maybe in the Yakuza, like in that kind of that way, but I mean this seemed to be even more than that, so that was questionable to me as well. But I thought it was interesting, although every time he asked for DMT, I'm like, man, do you not know any other fucking drugs?
The guy really likes DMT, bro.
Like DMT, man.
Yeah.
I'm not an addict.
Yeah. So, well, one of the main reasons why Gaspar chose to shoot in Tokyo was, of course, the colors, right? He said he loves he loves the way that looks, but he also said that the way that Japan is really tough on drugs makes it like it just really set everything in stone for him to get killed because of drugs.
Do you really think though the Japanese police would blind fire into a bathroom?
He did say he was armed, Brad.
He did, which I had to go back and like read up on that. I'm like, did they just?
He said
him?
He was armed.
Okay,
you hear it, and he says I'm armed.
Yeah,
so
but
like
at the same time, I don't know if they just blindly shoot through.
I don't know, man.
But maybe.
I don't know. I mean, if you're saying if you go, I'm armed.
I mean,
and the motherfucker runs away.
I mean, in America, sure.
Yeah. Not in America, bro. You wouldn't even made it to the bathroom,
America,
bro.
No, you wouldn't even have to say that.
Yeah. In America, bro, fucker doesn't even make it to the bathroom, bro.
No.
The minute he gets up from that table, pop, 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 pop. Yeah. But Brad, I love this movie. It's a fucking hallucinatory trip without even having to do drugs. I mean, this movie's fucking crazy. This time around, I was able to finally watch my Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And I popped it in, turned on that 5.1 audio soundtrack, the surround sound. Holy shit, man. My subwoofer was going like fucking crazy.
I soundtrack through this. I thought that added to it. But this is kind of a complex story in some way. And Oscar's just...
It's a whole lot of breastfeeding allegories in here, huh?
Yeah, I mean, but Oscar, his character, like, I'm not sure how to think of him. He's a very complex character. Like, he sleeps with his best friend's mom, but at the same time, he kind of does that in order to get money for his sister to come over. And you're like, okay, well, I don't know how to feel about this character.
I can't really hate him because it's like, yeah, man, I mean, it's his sister, the only person who he has left of his family because his parents die in a fucking accident.
And speaking of that accident, was it the dad's fault? Did he drive into the wrong lane, or I don't know. That's never really like. It's like, who fucked up there?
Yeah. But it's just like, damn, bro. Like, it's just like, man. Like, to me, I was like, oh, like, yeah, I understand why he slept with Victor's mom. Also, Victor's mom was hot, bro. Like,
I mean, no lie, yeah.
Yeah. So, but this movie is like pretty like crazy out there too. Like, just the way it's shot, the first person point of view is fucking fantastic.
Oh, and then when he's I don't know, ghost or a spirit or whatever the hell
Yeah.
he is, he's ethereal. He's floating in the atmosphere, and the way that they change settings is him basically flying through a circle. Like when he's going into the urn and it's a circle, and then you had the stove top on with the flames, and he goes through that. I thought that was really cool.
But like, and also he's got it like at a 25 frames per second, so everything kind of feels like really like slowly, like really mesmerizing. The fucking hallucinations, like the actual trips are fucking crazy too, man.
Yeah.
It's like
And
the visual effects are really good in this movie.
And I mean, it also, this movie kind of gives you a little bit of the heebie-jeebies just for the brother-sister relationship that's going on there. It's a little off. I mean,
Well, I'm not gonna get into psychological theory in here.
we're not going Sigmund Freud on anyone.
No, we're not gonna discuss Freud, but yeah, there's a lot of. Well, I mean, like, you see so much of like this weird like kind of relationship between them. I mean, obviously Nathaniel is kind of jealous of what's it called
Her
of
boyfriends or who
the
she's
boyfriends,
with,
and
or-
also doesn't like that she's working at a strip club, and
yeah,
doesn't like the owner of the strip club. No, who's obviously fucking what's it called? Sleeps with Linda and gets her pregnant. She aborts that kid. It's
Yeah.
like
I don't
holy
know
shit.
if I've ever seen a movie that actually like focuses like really clearly in on that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not just in on that. Like it comes out of like the
Yeah.
camera is pulls out, and you're just like at first you're like, oh, what's this? And then you see this, you fucking see pubes, and I'm like, oh wait, this is a pussy, bro. We're looking into a pussy, and then you just see the guy like doing the fucking procedure. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well,
You're kind of just observing it. You're like a nursing student up in there.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, very interesting takes in this movie. I don't know. I can't say it's my favorite from Gaspar. Like, there's been I think two previous movies we watched.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. Like I mean overall, like I don't know. Like I'm coming to enjoy Gaspar's movies for the most part.
Yeah. Really sucks that so originally he had intended Thomas Bangalter, who, won half of that punk, to make the score for this movie.
Which because he made the score for the last movie we watched.
Yep. Yep. But Tron Legacy was filming this year.
Yeah.
And they wanted that punk to do the score for that.
Got
And so Thomas Bangalter just collected sounds and songs for him to use. He didn't actually like make a score for it, which honestly, I think that this movie with the score for from Thomas Bangalter would have been crazier, even better. Like I think with an actual real score from him would have been
Yeah,
fucking
probably.
fantastic. But
But for what they got, I think it fit the movie.
oh,
I think
100%.
Gaspar used it well.
Yeah, yeah. But what'd you think about like the camera movements? Were they were nauseating to you?
No, I mean I can tell like what you're saying at the first part, where it was a little bit shaky, but it wasn't like Cloverfield. Like it wasn't as bad as that, and it helps. Like once you get into the perspective, it's kind of like the ah moment when you're like, why does the screen keep blinking? Like what is that? And then you're like, oh, I'm in his head. I'm seeing through his eyes. So he's blinking. Oh, that's very smart.
Yeah.
And then it's just his movements, and that's the way the camera moves. I'm like, oh, that's really smart. Like I can understand that. Where like Cloverfield's just no frickin' reason.
Yeah.
No freaking reason for that. So from an artistic value, I understood it, and it wasn't like Cloverfield like super shaky.
Yeah, he does this again. Like in the next after all these movies with the blinking. He does a lot of that.
See, but I'd never seen that before.
Yeah,
To
it's just-
have it from a character's perspective and actually the blinking, like
Yeah.
that's new. That's different.
Yeah, to me, it's what's it called? To me, it's one of his best. To me, it's one of his most unique as well. What's it called? This movie to me is just like super unique, and I think that like you don't go into this to see the acting. You don't go into this to really judge off like a plot. This really is about the experience.
Yeah.
It is about the experience of watching this, because this is a movie that fully what concentrates on how you're gonna feel and what it's doing to you, rather than what it's trying to like do and say. Even though it is, to me, it is saying a lot. I love this movie. Pacing this, it's fine to me. I'm just always locked in on this movie, man. No matter how many times I've seen it, like I've seen it like 3 times now. Like to me, I'm always locked in on this. Like this just fully captivates me like crazy. Yeah, man. I Paz de la Huerta is just great in this movie. I think she's great. The sister, I really like her, man. She was on Boardwalk Empire apparently. I had never seen Boardwalk Empire, so I really got to go and check her out on that. But yeah, she's obviously probably the best role the best actress in this. She's what's it called, really good in this movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially when she tells off Victor. I mean, like, come on, man. Like, really, you're gonna come over there and be like, "I'm really sorry," and expect her to be like, "It's okay."
Oh, it's okay. You got my brother killed.
Yeah, you fucking called a raid on my brother, bro.
Yeah, because and you got your best friend killed. And in reality, you really should have been having a conversation with your mom and dad on that.
Yeah, it's really a conversation to be had with your mom and dad. Which is like, obviously, the dad was like, he was pretty pissed about it too, but,
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe the dad was a cuck. I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is that Victor's mom was hot, and if Victor's mom told me, gotta fuck me and I'll get you money to bring your sister home, who's like your only last of your family, and you really miss her and you really need her home, I'm like, fuck, you got a condom? Yeah, fuck it. You need it.
I mean, and just the whole, that's all. It's a very sad story. Just that whole them being separated and the visuals of that of the younger sister just screaming in the elevator. I was like, oh dear God,
yeah. Or how about him walking on his parents doing it, and then it like transforms into a fucking called vision of Alex fucking Linda.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this movie has a lot of really crazy imagery, man. Like it's,
it's the DMT, man.
It's the DMT, man. Yeah.
I feel like Gaspar's taken a few drugs.
Oh, he's taking a lot, Brad.
Yeah.
He's heavily into partying, heavily into drugs. Now, God, not really anymore after he had a brain hemorrhage, which we'll be discussing into the next movie.
Yeah.
But he's kind of stopped. He stopped all that. Stopped the heavy drinking and stopped all the drugs. But I love this movie, man. I think it's a great movie. I just think the only thing that really holds it from being like perfect to me is the acting from Nathaniel Brown. Like it's really rough. It's rough. But you know what? Like I said, this is really about the experience. To me, this movie is a 9.75 out of 10. Brad, what is your final verdict?
I think, like I said, like the Nathaniel Brown, I think that's the biggest issue with this. I did have some pacing issues throughout the film, here and there. Not like huge anything. But I think that overall it's a really good film. Really well made. I think you're right. It is about the experience. And, I think I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's good.
Yeah. Also, to me, the best opening credits of all time. My favorite opening credits. Not better than, well, I don't know. It is my favorite opening credit scene. But, the middle credits from Climax are pretty much like up there too. But God, I love the opening credits, and just, who ended up copying him? Brad? Kanye West.
Ah, of course.
All of the Lights.
Yeah.
In the music video for All of the Lights.
Yep.
He copies the opening credits of Enter the Void. Gaspar didn't really care. He's like, yeah, that's cool. He goes, Kanye West wanted to do something that I did, but what's it called? I did think that's funny that obviously, like, he fucking saw that and he's like, oh, I gotta do that for my video for All the Lights.
I can see that.
Yeah. But with that said, that concludes our review. And of course, we want to thank you all so much for joining us. Keep up to date with us on thenerdcore.com, Twitter at thenerdcore_, Instagram at thenerdcore, Letterboxd at thenerdcore. TikTok was gone, but it's back, and I never deleted the username. So good job. You can follow us on TikTok at the Nerdcore. Patreon.com/Nerdcore. $1 tier gets you this episode early, ad free, and before anybody else gets to watch it on Tuesday at 12 p.m. Join our Discord by checking out the link in the description below. And if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a comment. I still have yet to get a comment from anybody. What are the movies that are in the intro? Tell me what are the movies in the intro, and I will give a sticker and a button, send them out to the first person who gets it right. Come on, guys. You guys can do it. Come on.
Free sticker.
Free sticker and a free button. Who doesn't want that? I bet if I said I'd give $100, y'all be fucking typing in that shit.
We ain't doing that.
Yeah. We don't got we don't have an LLC, guys. We don't have money for that. But what's it called? But yeah, no. I bet if I said $50 or $100, y'all be like, oh, it's this one, it's this one, it's this one, it's this one.
No.
Yeah. But leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell so you don't miss a single episode that drops on the channel. And of course, if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app of choice, follow us and leave a 5-star review. And of course, we'll be back for another review literally in a bit for Creature Commandos. But you're watching this on Tuesday. We'll be back for our Thursday review of our extra. And then this weekend, we got more Creature Commandos and Skeleton Crew. But Tuesday, we have Spawn Season 2, Episode 1. Excited to start that up.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. And
I wonder if he'll be sitting in the same
I wonder
seat.
if they give him a different tie.
You think they give him a different tie for each season?
I can't wait, Brad. That's what I can't wait for the most.
He'll get a red one, and then the third season he gets a yellow one.
Who knows? Thank you to our patrons. Without them, none of this is possible. We love you guys. Thank you guys for being the amazing people that you are. And of course, where can they find our executive producer, Shane, Brad?
You can follow our friend Shane at twitch.tv/XSRK or on Twitter at ThriftedIL, or go buy something from the Suppy God at depop.com/PrisonCityVintage.
Hell yeah, man. And of course, we hope that you all enjoyed your time here. We hope that you guys enjoyed the review. Make sure you leave a comment about the intro. Tell us what movies are in the intro. And other than that, Brad, let's go ahead and get them the hell out of here.
All right, Roll. Thank you, being host as always. Thank our listeners, our Patreons, all those who join us in future chats. Thank you to... Oh, yeah. So, I guess in order to end this episode, be careful when you take DMT. Young Yoda out.